The wall beyond single-use plastics to cover other avoidable plastics, like plastic water bottles, because these are used for juices, these are used for sodas, these are used for waters, and in fact they create the biggest harm than even the plastic bags.
The plan will restore degraded areas, including forests and wetlands, increase the forest cover from the current 12.5% to 15% by 2030 and 24% by the year 2040, respectively.
And declare the next 10 years as a war decade for environment restoration. We are making every effort to reverse forest cover loss, wetlands cover loss, reduce on the impact of which reduces the availability of water resources, and also address and reverse biodiversity loss.
All these government commitments come at a time when the country is preparing to commemorate the World Environment Day on 5th June on the theme One Earth, Conserve for Life. Diana Kuti, UBC.
Barely a week to the 3rd June Martyrs' Day celebrations, pilgrims have started arriving at Namugongo at the two Martyrs sites. At both the Catholic and Anglican sites, as of now, tens of pilgrims are already pitching camp at the shrines.
This is Namugongo Catholic Martyrs Shrine, where thousands of Christians converge every 3rd June to commemorate the killing of 22 pages killed by then Kabaka Mwanga Vasamulekere. Just 1 week to the Martyrs' Day celebrations, believers have started converging at the site.
Many pilgrims are coming in. There are those who have intended to come, who will not be able to come on the D-Day.
The first team of pilgrims to arrive at the Catholic Shrine this year's Martyrs' Day celebrations was led by this 100-year-old Bernardo Chibyanje.
Tukataha ishatu zakasheshe ibiro 11 twaza mu kitambo kya misa batambira kitambo tumisha urugendo boyira twashika kabwohe twabyama.
Once a church catechist, Bernardo now counts his 50th pilgrimage to Namugongo.
Nkabanza kuramagaho okuruga 1909 nubona abanza kuramaga papa yisha katunge barahayo kuza mu rukiko rwa papa kitabyo parish ya kitabi natunge baraha nijana ramagaha.
He's a retired catechist, and among his children there is a sister religious, and to the best of my knowledge, most of his friends have religion at heart.
Reverend Joseph Mukasa Mwonge is the daily overseer of pilgrims at the Catholic shrines.
But he says he's okay. But 100 years, 100 years, thanks be to God.
At 100 years of age, Bernardo is not stressing himself for nothing, as he led other 15 colleagues from Bushenyi district.
Ninamani ati nyino turu abukura ni tureba ati nawo naniza kuhumuraho mwenu ninamani nibigiri byanje tubizimbiri mwenda kumanya ibigiri ngo nibizimba yebyanti nizire no mu bukaito bw'umwenda bwampsyaha tinyine buremezi bona tindi tinyina ho ndukushasha konka nibukuru.
According to Father Joseph Mwonge Mukasa, for those pilgrims with medical challenges, plans for assistance are underway.
Soon we shall see many others coming in, for example from Zambia Hospital, from Lubaga Hospital, and from elsewhere, all working together with Zia Angelina Health center.
At the Anglican Matters Shrine, one Okelo Lawrence was the first pilgrim to arrive at the site.
As it was already said to you, I use this only 6 days and 6 nights for walking from a patch up to the shrine here.
He is doing this for the second time, having came first in 2019.
In 2019, when I made the first pilgrimage journey, I was just still an ordinary Christian. But after making my journey to Namugongo on foot, on my way back home, a patch, God rewards me. As I'm speaking now, from ordinary person, I am now the sub-county youth councillor for Apache sub-county. I am able to represent my people at the sub-county. I am able to share developmental issues with my youth who have given me the what? Who have given me the power.
At this site, Reverend Esau Bosa Kimanje commands the daily businesses.
We want to thank God so far. The preparations are going on well. We have got what we need.
Also, this Otuke district team was the first group of pilgrims to arrive here.
We have got many bruises in our legs.
The Matters Day event is always a celebration, attracting people from all walks of life, be it in Uganda or even beyond its borders. Guess what? After 2 years of COVID-19 restrictions, where such gatherings were restricted by government of Uganda, then come 3rd June this same year, hundreds, let me say thousands of pilgrims will be making their way here at Namugongo, both at the Catholic and the Anglican shrines in Kampala. Robert Onyango, Namugongo, Kampala.
Today in history.
On 24th May 1996, President Museveni announced that the army was to leave the Kabaka's palace. He announced this during a joint service organized by the Kabaka of Buganda, Ronald Mutebi, in commemoration of 30 days since the palace was attacked. It was during this attack that the then Kabaka of Buganda, Sir Edward Mutesa, was forced out of the palace by the government soldiers led by Idi Amin on orders of then Prime Minister Milton Obote.
Have waka, you bust the eyes through me about my waka. Now come and see for yourself, see my waka that I got with Momo Nyabo. Jambola be waka, look at you waka, see my waka that I got with Momo Nyabo.
Show them waka with MTN Momo Nyabo. Simply deposit 20K or more on your mobile money for a chance to win 3 Toyota Succeeds and money to 2,000 lucky winners every week. We're giving away 24 cars and over 2 billion shillings of mobile money.
Water gives life. Water is life. But not all water is created equal. Refresh yourself with the new quality Nirvana packaged drinking water and fuel you and your passion to go further in life.
Visit a shop near you and grab a 250 ml at 500 shillings, 500 ml at 1,000 shillings, 1.5 liters at 2,000 shillings, or the 20-liter jumbo bottle at 19,000 shillings. Nirvana is a product of Crown Beverages Limited, the makers of Pepsi products.
The Kabaka Birthday Run 2022 is back on Sunday, 3rd July 2022 at Lubiri Mengo. This year, the run will be physical and will be flagged off by Sabasaja Kabaka at 7 a.m. Come out in large numbers once again to Lubiri Mengo. Run for a cause to fight and end HIV by 2030. Buy your ticket today at 15,000 Uganda shillings from Airtel shops at Tobani Center, New Taxi Park, ShopRite Building, Benchwanka Street, Majestic Brands Office at Bulange Mengo. You can also buy your ticket using Airtel Money. Dial *185*5 hash. Select Payments, select Kabaka Run, and follow the prompts to complete the payment. Kabaka Birthday Run 2022 is brought to you by UNAIDS, CBS, BBS, and Airtel, the smartphone network.
affordable packages, great entertainment,
Sports, the local content, telenovela, the movies.
There is something for everybody.
Everybody.
Go TV, this is where great stories live.
Get the best entertainment for any budget. With GoTV, you will have great entertainment for as little as 13,000 Uganda shillings per month. GoTV, great stories, Zidiwano. GoTV Uganda, love it.
Beat the back-to-school hustle today. Pay school fees conveniently using Airtel Money. Dial *185#. Select option 6, school fees.
Select to pay using Bridge Schools, School Pay or Beg Pay.
Select option 1, pay fees. Enter student number. Enter the amount. Enter the PIN number to complete payment. Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
A good school doesn't tolerate violence against children.
Because a good school equals a better life.
Raising voices.
Thank you so much for watching and welcome back from the break. It's UBC News Tonight. The International Crime Division Court has dismissed an application filed by prosecution where it wanted all witnesses in the matter to testify in camera during the trial. Prosecution failed to follow up with application, although it had shown interest in filing it in court. The application was dismissed by Justice Elizabeth Kabanda, as our reporter from court tells it.
The 8 alleged suspects in the murder of Major Muhammad Chigundu and bodyguard Sergeant Stephen Mukasa have appeared at the International Crime Division Court in Kololo. These include Sheikh Ramadan Mwanje, Buyondo Muhammad, Sendege Abdu Wahab, Kalyango Abdu, Nyazi Yusuf, Noldin Lutaya, and Ibrahim Semwanga. The pre-trial presided over by Justice Elizabeth Kabanda. Court dismissed the prosecution's application, where it wanted all the witnesses in this matter to be protected and testify in camera.
That there has been non-appearance of any of the state attorneys today. Secondly, they are not interested in prosecuting the same application. Thirdly, that by the mere fact of bringing this matter in court, or that application in court, it ceases to have locus for the protection.
During the last court sitting, Justice Kabanda ordered prosecution to disclose all the remaining evidence and exhibits to the defense legal team.
There was no steps which were taken by the state attorneys or by the state in order to prosecute the matter or even to do the full disclosure, even when court had given us the leeway or the directives to do the same. For example, we're supposed to go to Naguru headquarters for the physical disclosure, but even the day which we are supposed to go past without even summoning us or even informing us about the way forwards.
Defense lawyer Geoffrey Tulia Musima asked court to allow them file an application to dismiss the charges against their clients.
The instance of that is that we are sure the state attorneys have failed to oblige with the court orders of giving us or delivering us with evidence or with the disclosures. The disclosure which was given to us is more of statements, and they are not primary. What is primary is what is still in the possession of the state. Now, we are more interested in those videos. We are more interested in those audios. We are more interested in seeing the car, in seeing the bullets, in seeing the gun which was used by then and all that.
Justice Kabanda set the 25th of June 2022 for defense to file this application, and on 23rd July 2022 for court to resume the pre-trial hearing. Prosecution in this matter is represented by Senior State Attorney Lilian Omara Alum. Nyazi Yusuf and Ibrahim Semwanga are still on remand for other charges, while the 6 accused persons were released on bail. Major Muhammad Tamari Chigundu and his guard Sergeant Stephen Mukasa were murdered at Masanafu on the 26th of November 2016 near the Northern Bypass. Nantong Rebecca, Nama Monde Deborah, UBC News.
Court of Appeal has ordered for a by-election in Soroti East City constituency after nullification of FDC's Moses Okia Atan's victory as Soroti East City constituency member of parliament. Court of Appeal endorsed Herbert Edmund Ariko's appeal petition challenging Atan's victory, where he cited vote bribery and the Electoral Commission in Soroti East held elections in an illegally constituted constituency. Meanwhile, the same court has upheld NRM's Jim Muhwe's victory as the duly elected member of parliament for Rujumbura County.
Court of Appeal Justices Chebronio Barishaki, Stephen Musotan, Christopher Gashirabake have annulled FDC's Moses Okai Atana's victory as Soroti East City constituency member of parliament. Herbert Edmund Aliko Horen on an independent ticket filed a suit in Court of Appeal challenging FDC's Atana Moses' victory.
The issue in contention in this election was that when the election was conducted in Soroti City East, the boundaries were shifted. 2 wards, OPI and Alowet, were moved from East and placed in West, specifically for the General Member of Parliament for Soroti City East. That's what the court has said. Having moved those 2 wards out for purpose of this one election and not any other election, that was unconstitutional, that was illegal.
In the judgment read by Court of Appeal Registrar Susan Kenyange, justices agreed with Edmund Oriko's grounds that the elections in Soroti East City constituency were illegally conducted.
I also would like to thank the people of Soroti City. Most of you were in pain, most of you were ostracized, most of you were insulted. Yes. People came and demonized you, and people indeed thought that your leader was culpable in the alteration of boundaries. The court today has been able to correct the record, and history and posterity will hold us very much to have been honest.
Justices ordered for by-election by upholding Soroti High Court decision, which also nullified Otana's victory.
And I will offer myself to them, because the mandate I was given of 5 years is being robbed with their full understanding of what is happening. And the team fighting Atan, because he was given the mandate by the people of Soroti East, is known.
Over 5,400 voters were marginalized during the voting time by placing them under Soroti City West constituency. This is the first appeal petition where Court of Appeal has ordered a by-election. Meanwhile, the same court has also reconfirmed NRM's Jim Muhwe's victory as a duly elected member of parliament for Rujumbura County in Rukunjiri district.
Trial judge was therefore right in finding that the appellant did not cite any of the provisions of the law not complied with for the petitioner to obtain a remedy under the PEA. The first respondent, Mwezi Jim, remains the validly and lawfully elected member of parliament.
In Kabale High Court, Judge Philip Odoch also upheld NRM's Jim Muhwe's victory as a duly elected member of parliament for Rujumbura County in Rukunjiri district. However, Fred Tulia Muhweza to Muhaire appealed this decision.
I thank the people of Rujumbura who voted me overwhelmingly and who have patiently waited for this day. We had a peaceful election and we are now going to embark on development of Rujumbura.
Unlike Kabale High Court, which ordered to Muhaire to pay costs to Jim Muhwez after losing the case, this was not the case with Court of Appeal justices.
The usual practice of costs following the event has not been applied. As I stated earlier, the appellant unjustifiably dragged our client to court. He had reason to know that there were no merits. He should have been condemned to costs. But of course, I can't challenge the discretion of the court, and I respect the ruling.
In 2021 general elections, NRM's Jim Muhwez won with 23,990 votes against Tulia Muhweza to Muhaire, who got 20,556 votes. Deborah Namamonde, Nantongo Rebecca, UBC News.
After dislodging the Allied Democratic Force rebels from their hideouts in Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, UPDF embarked on civil military activities that include the construction of roads for strategic security reasons. The key Kasindi-Beni to Butembe road is now in final stages of completion. The DOT service contractors have asked for a 15-month grace period to complete the road.
On March 23, 2022, Operation Suja Commander Major General Mohanga Kayanja and his counterpart of FRDC, Major General Bombero Kamel, officially launched the construction of 125-kilometer Kasindi-Beni Butembo Road. Project is a situated road, national strategy and state of creating a peaceful environment for the two countries.
We are upgrading it. We are doing a good road for them and a good quality in time. We are going to give them the best road in total the Congo, the first road which we are doing the DOT services. We are giving the best road to them within maximum we will give within 2 years.
The 80-kilometer stretch from Kasindi to Beni is part of 134 kilometers under construction up to Butembo, funded under the bilateral agreement between Uganda and Democratic Republic of Congo.
A serious project, construction of roads, of which Beni Kasindi is one. To ensure that the works on the road construction goes on safely, it became necessary to pursue the enemy southwards to this area, as the same time we secure the road construction.
The Kasindi-Beni road construction will be completed in 15 months. Bush clearing, cutting, leveling, and filing on the 20-kilometer stretch from Kasindi to Wurulu and from Beni to Paida also been put in this stage. Congolese implored UPDF for stemming the ADF threat along the road so that traders are free to travel. The civil military activities have enabled the joint forces to consolidate peace in Triangle of Death in Mukakati, Erengeti, Kainama, Boga, Chabi, River Semrek Bridge, and Brasi. The road construction is intended to bring on board the affected communities by the insurgents have a common objective and influence. Mutesa Sira Haruna, UBC News.
Sato toilet pan has been introduced to improve on hygiene in the country. The country head, Timothy Kayondo, says this strategy will reduce the rate of diseases which result from poor hygiene.
Living in a clean environment ensures a healthy population. Some communities have lived with the vice, although it is gradually phasing out. Therefore, it becomes imperative to ensure safety of humans, especially children. The country head Safe Toilets Timothy Kayondo says that most schools in Uganda have adopted Sato toilet pan after realizing that it is always clean and limits environmental pollution.
There is no direct interface between the fecal material and the flies. Then that means that the flies won't be able to spread the diseases from the fecal material. So in a way, you'll be saving yourself from diseases like cholera, dysentery, diarrhea that are brought about by being dirty in the toilet.
The director Rose Pask Primary and Boarding School in Namongona says safe toilets are made by Sato Uganda. Sato pans were installed at school located in Lubaga Division. Javio Sekamanje described the sanitized toilet seats as relief towards enhancing hygiene.
The Sato kind of setting, there is no longer such cases. Sanitation-wise, the Sato method has really improved the system of cleanliness in the school generally. And whoever comes and looks and can have a tour, our school, right from besides the parents, the visitors, Sato setting has really given them a very good, great impression.
Unlike the ordinary latrines that are characterized by bad odor, Sato pans eradicate maggots, stench, and infections, although the user needs adequate water for schools located in higher areas. Joshua Kagoro, UBC News.
The Directorate of Education Standards is equipping district inspectors of schools with e-inspection skills to monitor school activities. The Commissioner of the Directorate of Education Standards in the Ministry of Education, Francis Etima, says that empowering school inspectors with modern inspection skills will produce desired goals.
In this new innovation, the Directorate of Education Standards, through the Ministry of Education and Sports, is training district inspectors of schools, equipping them with new inspection skills to effectively execute their monitoring tasks. Speaking during a national 5-day training of district inspectors of schools, Commissioner, Directorate of Education Standards, Francis Atima, stressed that e-inspection is set to simplify inspection and produce timely reports by inspectors.
This system will enable us to mitigate the issues of attendance of our teachers, of our head teachers and learners, but also in ensuring that the teachers adhere to the timetable. So basically, this is what the system is going to be doing, evidence-based information for quick decision making.
Juma James, a senior educationist attached to Kampala Capital City Authority, says that the new system is targeting to curb desk report system that has been practiced by the inspectors to realize value for money.
We are emphasizing professionalism. We are emphasizing the moral etiquette of how an inspector should behave, how our head teacher should behave, and we are saying just using the money and making desk inspection reports is not allowed, and that one does not manifest morality on part of the inspector, on part of the head teacher. There have been counter situations of that kind, but I think with this training, we are trying to change the attitudes of the inspectors, and I think there will be value for money.
The training attracted close to 200 district inspectors of schools who were retooled through modern inspection with hands-on practical exercise on how to use tablets during inspections. The participants applauded the Directorate of Education Standards for the long-desired technological skills.
Actually, we have learned a lot, especially on e-inspection. E-inspection is very, very interesting because it brings out.
Will be helping us a lot in so many ways. We have been using paperwork to collect information, gathering it and analyzing it so that we can get a final code.
The Director, Education Standards at the Ministry of Education, Dr. Kedres Triagenda, urged the participants to embrace the training as it is intended to promote effectiveness in the course of their task execution.
Our hope as a sector is in the effectiveness and efficiency of their work. And these new innovations, the e-inspection which produces reports instantly, the teller which enables teachers and district leaders to know which teachers are coming every day and therefore to ensure that all learners are continually learning. I want to ask them to pick it up with zeal, run with it, train others so that together we can see every child in Uganda getting quality education.
Dorcas Kimono and Yiga Muhammad, UBC News.
Jennifer, Jukila, Rewagamba, I don't have waka. You bust the eyes through me about my waka. Now come and see for yourself, see my waka that I got with Momo Nyabo.
Simply deposit 20K or more on your mobile money for a chance to win 3 Toyota Succeeds and money to 2,000 lucky winners every week. We're giving away 24 cars and over 2 billion shillings of mobile money.
The National Planning Authority will on Thursday the 26th of May 2022 hold the 11th National Development Policy Forum under the theme Reducing the Cost of Credit in Uganda, a Case for Public Investment in Banking. The keynote speaker will be the National Planning Authority's Executive Director, Dr. Joseph Muvawala, Chief Discussant, Dr. Michael Etingyego, the Deputy Governor, Bank of Uganda, and the chief guest will be Prime Minister of the Republic of Uganda, the Right Honorable Robin Nabanja. The forum will take place from 2 to 5 p.m. at Kampala Serena Hotel and will air live on Zoom and the National Planning Authority's YouTube and Facebook platforms. This message is brought to you by the National Planning Authority with support from the UNDP in Uganda.
Be alert. Do not share your Airtel Money PIN number with anyone. Airtel Uganda employees will never ask for your Airtel Money PIN number on call, SMS, or by email. All SIM card registrations, SIM card verifications, or SIM swaps are done at clearly branded Airtel shops and not on phone. To report any fraudulent activity, please call 100 immediately. The official calling number for Airtel promotions is 0200 100 100. Stay alert on Airtel Money. Instant, secure, borderless.
UBC News Tonight. Leaders of Obongi district have welcomed the processes to reinstate the grounded ferry. The Obongi Sinyanya ferry was stopped naturally from operations due to overflow of River Nile from the late 2019 until January 2022 when the water receded.
Floods at the River Nile destroyed properties and stopped operations of ferry between Obongi and Adjumani districts. After 2 years, the flooded water receded, which enabled Uganda National Roads Authority to reinstate the ferry at a cost of 800 million shillings. Fishmongers at the landing site are happy that the ferry will soon become operational. Obongi district leaders, including Obongi County MP George Bokar, visited the site to assess the progress for revival of business along the Obongi-Sinyanya route.
The ferry between Obongi and Sinyanya is a strategic road connection that connects Obongi to Adjumani, that connects the northern region, and besides that is an international road that connects Uganda to DRC Congo as well as to South Sudan. So the opening up of the ferry between Obongi and Sinyanya will bring a ray of hope.
When there's a transit, this is a transit thing. People will use it as a shortcut to Adjumani and then to Kampala. The economy will grow.
Obongi District Chief Administrative Officer Charles Ouma says the grounded ferry affected local revenue collection.
As Obongi town is more of a landing site town, actually you would say the backbone of the town is the operation of this ferry. So when the ferry closed down, businesses in the town council almost came to a standstill.
The grounded ferry also affected movement of leaders of Obongi to Adjumani and Kampala. Leaders are also calling upon UNRWA to speed up work.
Outside, connecting Kampala is a very big problem, and it becomes very expensive to the district in terms of fuel. So we really see hope.
In a phone interaction with the UNRWA station manager of Moyo, Julius Mwesigwa, he said work at Sinyanya site is more complicated than the Obongi landing site. Joseph Odama, UBC News.
Cranes coach Moulton Micheal has revealed that they will handle game by game as they embark on their 2023 AFCON qualification journey. Uganda starts with an away game to Algeria before another game at Chitende against Niger in 4 days. With the first game set for 4th of June, 30 players were summoned over the weekend for preparations. A mixture of both home and foreign-based players are in camp training at Fast Fusion Gym and Quality Playground, respectively. The Cranes will continue with training before the travel date, assessing all players.
yalesewo.
That is all we had for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Micheal Lukomwa. Thank you so much for watching once again, and have the best of the night. I'll leave you with the weather forecast reports. Good night.
Once again, I welcome you to today's weather broadcast brought to you by Uganda National Meteorological Authority in conjunction with UBC. I'm Majezi Africano, your today's presenter. There have been a pickup in rains in our country, and the reports of rain of yesterday show that Arua had the highest rain with 19.2 millimeters of rain. Kabale had 5.7 millimeters, Soroti had 5.4, and Bududa had 3.4 millimeters of rain. A satellite picture over Africa shows that the rain belt is scattered in many parts over us, which is causing the rains that we are experiencing today in our country in many parts. Tomorrow we expect a chance of rain around Lake Victoria region, central, northwestern and southwestern. Then many other parts of the country are expected to have cloudy conditions. In the afternoon we expect a pickup, and many parts of the country are expected to have thundering rains and others light rains. But the temperature is expected to be highest in Karamoja with 30 degrees Celsius. Over our city center we expect 28 degrees Celsius, and in the hills of Kigezi we expect 23 degrees Celsius. Elsewhere across the globe we expect London to have light rains, New York, Paris and Mombasa to have cloudy conditions, and Dubai we expect to have sunny conditions with the highest temperatures of 38 degrees Celsius. Thanks for being with us. Stay tuned.
Nashify sits on 50 acres, a beautiful, beautiful scenery away from home. And I believe all the Ugandans that are here, about 1,500 people, are going to enjoy themselves this weekend. The district conference is welcoming everybody. And as you get through those gates, you will find that we have made sure that medically you are fit to mingle with the 1,500 guests that are in this place.